Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Brendan. I'm the Associate Commissioner of the MIAA, and I'm very excited to be here today with Taylor Sanborn from Calvin. Taylor, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Taylor Sanborn. I'm a senior at Calvin University. I'm on the softball team here. I'm originally from Midland, Michigan, which is towards the middle of the state. I've absolutely loved my time here at Calvin, getting to be a knight, and I'm super excited to talk to you today. Like I said, I'm a senior. I'm studying graphic design, and then I have minors in computer science and communications as well.
Obviously, as a senior, you've had plenty of time competing in this conference. What
Yeah.
are some of your favorite things about playing within the MIAA, and what drew you to Division III specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, the part that I love most about athletics within D3 and MIAA specifically is how much spirit it is, how much spirit there is amongst all of the schools. Like everyone's, obviously campus communities are relatively small. So the buy-in that you have not only from students, athletes, professors, coaches is just I honestly think unbeatable in comparison to other divisions. Being a part of the MIAA experience here has been so fun for me. The rivalry games are always a blast, and just seeing how invested everyone is in their success of their school is just super, super cool, and has definitely been my favorite part. I feel like D3 gives you the opportunity to thrive both academically and athletically very equally, which is also something I think sets it apart from other divisions and is something that I feel like has really been pivotal for me in my educational experience here.
Who is your favorite rival to play in this season?
I would say for me personally, it's when we play against Trine. It's always a really competitive game. Both teams want to win a lot, and usually it is in the heart of our conference season too, which makes it especially exciting to see both teams come out and just really show what they've got for the year.
I'm sure you're super busy between your studies and softball, but what hobbies do you have outside of that?
Um, you're very correct, especially being in season. As far as hobbies go, they're kind of few and far between right now, but really, at least in this season of life for me, I've just been trying to enjoy spending time with my friends when I'm not in class and in practice and softball, and just getting to soak up every moment of being a part of this community for as long as I can.
As co-head of Calvin SAC, you play a key role in shaping the student athlete experience. Can you explain what SAC is for those who might not be familiar with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. It's a group that's sanctioned by the NCAA. Each university, is to my understanding, has a SAC group that helps shape the student athlete experience at their school. And we also get to provide input to the NCAA on certain issues or questions that they might have. We serve as sort of a voting or governing body in some sense, as far as that goes. So we get to share our opinion with the NCAA, and we really just serve as a way to help streamline that experience and hopefully make a positive impact on the relationship between the athletic department and the student athletes.
What has this leadership role meant to you, and how has it impacted your time at Calvin?
Yeah, absolutely. I was able to step into this role at the beginning of the school year, and being a senior for me, it felt very serendipitous in a way, being able to finish out my career here being a part of a group like this and trying to give back to the community that's really shaped me into the person that I am today. Being able to be surrounded by other student athlete leaders, and getting to be involved in not only making decisions, but also trying to positively impact our community. Um, I couldn't really think of a better way to round out my career in the athletic department here than getting to be a part of this. So it's been really a fantastic way to close out my time here.
Your graphic design work has left a lasting mark on the softball program, from intro graphics to the legacy plate for the 50th anniversary of Calvin softball. What inspired your designs, and what was it like seeing your work come to life?
The inspiration came from the fact that my dad was a baseball player at the University of Michigan. So I've had an opportunity to be exposed to that alumni environment throughout my life, which has been a really, really cool experience. We actually had the opportunity. I think it was my freshman year of college to go to their locker room. And in the U of M baseball locker room, they have plates in all of the lockers that have the names of all of the players that have ever worn that number in the locker that they were in, and getting to see my dad's name up there amongst all of these people. And it highlights different accolades like Player of the Year, All-American, Academic All-American, a variety of different things. But the connection that me being his daughter felt to all of these other guys that were also a part of that number legacy was something that really stuck with me. And my fellow seniors and I had always been like, oh, senior year, we're going to be Team 50. So I spent some time in the summer really thinking about ways that we could capitalize on that and some cool applications of that theme. So I thought of the whole plate idea. We obviously wouldn't be here without all of the women that have been a part of Calvin softball before us. And having a connection to 50 years worth of teams and people that have helped provide us with the opportunities that we get to have, they were really the inspiration for me to want to pursue this project and making it so now every day when we walk into our locker room, you look up and there's a collection of names and years and accolades of people that have allowed you to be in that locker. And without them, I think our experience at CSB would be completely different. So that was really the inspiration for that project was just the people and like wanting to help us feel more connected to our alumni base. And it's been really, really cool. We have an all-female coaching staff. All of our coaches, all of our assistant coaches are Calvin alum. So for them getting to walk in there and to see their names still being held onto in that space is really, really cool. Um, yeah, and then like for the intro graphics and stuff for me, it's just about finding ways to bring attention to our program in a positive light. So coming up with fun ways to showcase all the awesome stuff that's going on from all of our student athletes is really my motivation when I'm designing for us is just how do I capture the fun, the excitement, the dynamic collection of people that we have in CSB. So that's really what inspires me and pushes me in my work that I've been doing for our program this year.
Your coach mentioned that you have an exciting internship lined up for next summer. Can you share a little bit about what you'll be doing and how it aligns with your career aspirations?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be a commercial sales and marketing intern at Dow Chemical, which is back in my hometown in Midland. It's a company that I grew up around. Both my parents worked there for a time, very community involved. So I'm really excited to be a part of that for the summer. I'm going to be, like I said, doing commercial sales and marketing. So it's pretty broad. I'll be assigned at the beginning of the summer a team to sort of shadow and get to be a part of for that 12 weeks of my internship. And then aside from smaller day-to-day work that I'll be doing, we also have an overarching capstone project that we get to participate in that we get assigned when we arrive at our internship. So I'm not quite sure what that's going to be quite yet. I'm hopeful that it's going to be something website related or brand management, brand marketing related, because those are two things that I'm especially interested in. But I'm just eager to learn everything and anything. I've had the opportunity to be an intern at two other companies as well. So every chance I get to be in a new environment and to learn from new people and to meet new people is something that I really try and cherish.
There's a possibility that you'll be traveling to England for a design class next January. What excites you most about that potential opportunity?
Yeah. Well, for starters, I'm a bit of a history nerd. I love all things about European culture and history, and I have always had a big desire to travel there. So the opportunity that I would be able to do it surrounded by a professor and my cohort members that I really love and have really shaped my educational experience here is super, super exciting for me. Just to be immersed in a new place surrounded by so much lasting architecture and history is, I think, the biggest thing for me because as a designer, something that we always try and think about is like the longevity of your work and like if you're making something to last or if it's something that just serves a season. And so much of what has happened throughout history, especially there and especially in the architecture, has lasted for centuries. So being able to be connected to that kind of artistry is something that I'm super, super excited about. And yeah, I'm really hopeful that the opportunity will come to fruition to be able to get to experience that.
How do you think, if you have this opportunity, it will influence your approach to design in the
Yeah.
future?
I think for me, like I said too, just the approach to longevity, and wanting to create things that last, but also realizing too that some things, like as a designer, you always run the risks of things not being for everyone. Like you can create work that you love and that you hold really close to you, and that means a lot to you, but it might not be received in the same way. So getting to interact with so many different pieces of design, pieces of art, architecture, and kind of seeing how I react to it personally, I think will definitely alter my perspective on like when you're considering your audience, how do you want them to respond? But also accepting that like when you put your work out into the world, you don't really get a say all the time in how things are responded to. So I think for me, that's definitely something that I can anticipate will shape my views after I hopefully get to go on this trip.
I like closing out each interview with kind of a fun question on the same topic of travel.
Yeah.
Besides for England, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Just to switch it up outside of Europe, I would probably say New Zealand. Just for me, like the landscape there, and it's just, I mean, talk about being so far and so far on the opposite side of the world, but I've know people that have gotten the opportunity to go there and just some of the things that they've seen. Also, like grew up watching Lord of the Rings thanks to my dad. So getting to kind of be in that environment for the nerd in my heart would love that. So I would have to say New Zealand.
I love it. Well, Taylor, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today, and best of luck to you and your team the rest of the season.
Thanks so much. It's been wonderful.